Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome back to another grounded video where today we are going to be talking about my top 10 bugs that I want to see out of the game, or that I am excited that are coming to the game. Now, some of these have been confirmed by the developers that they are working on it, but this is all just speculation because it's not actually in the game yet. But I wanted to give you guys a little insight into Sim's brain on what I would love to see this game to add bug-wise. Now, this isn't going to include any larger animals, okay? Nothing like the fish or rats or anything else like that. I will add another video that goes over all of that stuff that I'd like to see out of the game and how I think it would change the gameplay. But guys, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel to make sure that you guys can see all of those videos that are going to be coming out, including all of my live gameplay and everything that's going to come after the 27th update. So guys, make sure you guys are sticking around. Let's get into it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is a whip scorpion, or just a scorpion in general. Okay, now if you look, we seem to be in more of like a Midwest to South Midwest setting in the Americas. Okay, that is what I believe that this is the area that we're in. Okay, I don't think we're up in like the northern states or anything like that. Now, the developers haven't confirmed where we are exactly in the world. This could be just a random place that they've just come up with, but due to their language, their accents and everything like that, I believe we're in the Americas. So it is very possible for a whip scorpion or a regular scorpion to be in the game. And I think it'd be really cool because there's all sorts of things you can get from it. You could get their claws for like different punching weapons, like the ant boxing glove, or you can use their tail as like a venomous hammer or something like that. Maybe a new kind of axe. And their venom could be used to make a more powerful poison weapon. So I think that a scorpion, or even like a whip scorpion is a scorpion that's got like a little tail that it kind of does one of these kind of things with it. It would be cool to get that and actually use it as a whip, even though technically it throws a vinegar solution at its enemies or prey. So I don't know how they would add that to the game, but I'd like to see that one. The second one that I'd like to add on, and while we're sitting here just chit-chatting, I'm just going to go kill some bugs that I see around. The second thing that I'd like to see added into the game is I would love to see some grasshoppers added to the game. Now, grasshoppers haven't been confirmed yet, but crickets have. But I would love to see grasshoppers added to the game because I feel like that if there was a grasshopper in the game, that you could use their legs to create yourself some sort of like jumping shoes, or maybe you can make a smoothie that'll make you jump higher. Just like with the water strider, they're giving you the availability to run across the top of the water. I would love to see whether or not getting these shoes or those kind of boots would allow you to jump a lot higher or take no damage while falling from a high height like the B armor does, but only better. So I think a grasshopper would be a very, very, very cool way to cool bug to add to the game. And I'd love to see where else they could add, because I mean, there's grasshoppers, locusts, I mean, there's all sorts of stuff that they could add. So just inside of the grasshopper family. So grasshopper is kind of a wide range thing there. That could be a lot of things, but it could be a lot of different types of grasshoppers. But like I said, grasshoppers is number 2. Number 3 has to do with the shed. I believe this one will go really well in the shed, and that would be a cockroach or many cockroaches. Cockroaches are very common in the south of the United States, and it's not unheard of to see either the little sugar roaches or even the large water roaches around. And I think that would be a really cool thing to have some cockroaches in the game, because cockroaches can even survive nuclear fallout. They're one of the things that would survive a nuclear blast. So it'd be interesting to see what kinds of craftables you could get from a cockroach, because a cockroach could provide its shell, its feelers, all sorts of things. Maybe they could turn them into fencing. Who knows? Because we need some fences in this game. Number 4, I've already talked about a little bit, but I'd like to talk about a little bit more, and that is I would love to see some crickets to the game. Now, I know that crickets are confirmed and are coming to the game, so I'm excited about that, but I want to know what the implications that they're planning on doing with the cricket are and how it's going to change gameplay, because right now they've been talking about adding something to the game that makes it so you have to go out at night, and that just that intrigues me because crickets like to come out at night, but crickets are also seen during the day, so I can't believe that that's how you would actually force them out. So a cricket would be cool. I think that would be neat to add more cricket armor. Maybe it could give you some sort of stealth armor, maybe some jumping armor like the grasshopper would. I'm not sure, but I'd like to see all of those as well. Okay, so the fifth thing that I'd love to see, which is a fan favorite, we've talked about this a lot on streams, is to see a daddy longleg. Okay, a daddy longleg I think would be really, really, really cool because they're so tall. It would add a completely different look of a spider to the game, which would be crazy, right? I mean, it's to have a spider that not only is as big as the wolf spider, but then stands like, you know, maybe like this tall, so it's just wicked tall looking at you. I think that that would be nuts, and I would love to see something like that added to the game that could give you a whole new way to attack things. I mean, you literally have to shoot it with your bow because the only thing you'd be able to hit is its really, really thin legs, and it would just add a whole new dynamic of fighting to the game. But daddy longleg spiders are also super poisonous, so I don't know how they'd work that in. So going on to the next thing that I'd like to see, this is also another fan favorite from you guys because there's a lot of ideas that come out around this bug and the different things that you could do using different parts of this bug. Yes, everybody, I'm talking about the praying mantis. I would love to see a praying mantis boss added to this game. A praying mantis boss would really be a difficult enemy to take on because of how big they are. Praying mantises are very large, and compared to you, they would be just absolutely massive. So I would love to see what a praying mantis would look like, and also what you would get from them. You could take their claws and turn them into 2 swords. I'd love to see the availability to hold 2 swords at the same time and just start swinging at people. You know, or using their weapon, using their claws for the 3rd tier axe, because I think that they should add a 3rd tier axe like they have a 3rd tier hammer in the game, just like this mint mallet here. So I think that a praying mantis would be really cool, a really cool fight that you could call it a boss fight. Maybe you need multiple people to take it down, somebody that's shooting at it a lot. Maybe it has some strange fighting mechanics that go into it, because I would love to see some new fighting mechanics added to the game. Alright, so going on to number 7. Now, number 7 is kind of a two-parter because they kind of go hand in hand. I would love to see a caterpillar and a butterfly add to the game. I believe that all the... Ooh, I'm swinging inside of a rock. That was cool. I would love to see a caterpillar added to the game because, I mean, think if you're climbing around in the grass or you're up in the hedges and all of a sudden you just see this massive caterpillar come walking through. Or you're crawling through the berry bush and you see chrysalises just hanging out, or cocoons just hanging out inside of the berry bush in an area that maybe you can't get to yet, or maybe you can get to it but you just can't reach them yet because they're just up in the leaves. I think that would be really awesome. And then having a butterfly in the game, being able to take down a butterfly and use its wings to fly yourself around, making gliders out of wings, using its antenna to make cool armor, using its they're covered in like a little fine dust, butterflies are, that you can use to maybe make you faster, put it into a smoothie. There's all sorts of implications that can come from using a butterfly, caterpillars, and everything else, and the chrysalis in between. I mean, even if you harvest the chrysalis, maybe you could get or cocoons or whatever they are. I'm not sure the difference between them, but it would be neat to see what you can get from them, guys. But moving on to number 8, another thing that is confirmed by the developers that is coming is worms. Okay, I've read somewhere in a blog that they're going to be adding worms in the game. They're going to be tunneling underground. Worms would be so cool because you just see, like, you go underground, all of a sudden you see a tunnel, and you just start running through the tunnel, and there is just a big old worm. Where am I getting attacked from? Are you inside the rock right now, Mr. Spider? You are inside the rock. Look at your cute little legs. I would love to see a... I'm sorry, I totally lost my train of thought there. Worms tunneling through the ground and coming out, that you can run through their tunnels or something like that, and capture them, ride them, maybe kill them and eat them. I don't know. Maybe it would give you some sort of... digging defense armor. I don't know how they would do it, but worms would be cool. I don't know so much about gear that you get from them, but just all around, just a neat thing they could add. So another thing that I want to get added in, guys, is another type of ants. Speaking of ants, we're gonna go take out all these ants over here, but another type of ants in the game to me would be incredible, because the ants in this game are awesome, but I'd like to see like some sort of large ant battle, right? Where we have like the common black ant in the backyard, or maybe some fire ants. You could get some ghost ants back here, even though I hate ghost ants with a bleeding passion. I would love to see what other kinds of ants they could add. Maybe another ant hill you can explore, just to see, you know, hey, there's more out there. You're going to see the ants doing battle. You're going to see them trying to go at each other all the time. So I would love to see what types of ants they can add to the game as well. Leave me alone, ladybug. Leave me alone, ladybug. Ooh, you're stuck on an ant. I like that. Come here. But the last thing, guys, the last thing, which I want this one the most because I'd love for there to be a reason to have to go out at night. And that is, I would love to see moths added to the game. Moths, just like butterflies, could give you some really, really cool gear. Maybe you could use it to make some furniture from their soft little wings. I don't know, but I think moths would be a super, super cool addition to the game that you could only get them at night. That way it forces you to go out at night. It forces you to explore. That ant is stuck in the ground. Go glitches, but it would force you to get out there with your torches, maybe your bow and arrow, wearing your mite torch hat, or your ladybug torch hat, or your firefly torch hat, whatever one that they want to implement into the game, and really see what kinds of new things they could add. Now, guys, I want to know what your guys' top 10 bugs, or what either, if you guys don't even have a top 10 list, what your guys' ranked bugs are down in the comments. So please let me know what you guys would like to the game. And also, I'd like to know what you would have each bug drop, so that way you can make a specific type of gear. So guys, make sure you let me know that. Hit that like button. Let me know you guys are enjoying my videos and you guys want to see some more. And I will definitely keep on making these. And as always, I will see all of you guys in the next one.